And again, I hope everybody is excited. We have Berserker Day on JP. And let's go ahead and let's get on JP. And no, I have not started farming yet. I left everything virgin for you guys so that this could go about as smoothly as possible. Saw a video of Herc's new MP. It looks intimidating. Yeah, well, hopefully we don't see it ourselves. I don't really want to see it, right? Because if I see it, then that means, oh crap, everything's going to hell in a handbasket. You can see AP is like perfectly timed at the moment. Okay. So we have the grand duel that we have to do. Obviously, Herc is our grand berserker, as you guys have seen. And it does kind of look like Megalos, but it's actually not. My understanding of it is it's Gigantomachia or Machia, Gigantomachia, however you say it, version of Herc, which is basically like Giant Slayer Herc. It's like, you know, his version of like kind of like the one that like took on the Hydras and the Titans and things like that. It's like that's kind of what they're going for here, which is really odd because I think prior to this is not necessarily mentioned in Fate. So it is an interesting spin on things, but again, we don't really know if this sort of thing is like a lore interpretation. At least with Musashi, they clarified that it was not. This one might be, or they may just be having fun with it. Either way, you guys were asking me who I thought Grand Berserker was going to be, and Herc made a lot of sense, and I was saying Herc quite a bit. There were some others that I thought could be it too, but Herc was kind of the standout in my mind, and it's good to see that that's just who they went with. And I'm not speaking again from a standpoint of like, oh, so-and-so is the Grand Berserker or anything like that. No, just purely from the standpoint of like, Herc would work for this quite a bit. So it works for me. This Herc is for when he actually dealt with the monsters in his labors. Yeah, and he has several weapons here too. So this is definitely going to be an interesting one. We also got some other stuff, but wait, can I not do this? Okay, there's Grand Saber. Okay, so you can just swipe through the interface. So it doesn't cost for the next week here. It doesn't cost any of that. So tap on this. This is what I got to do. We're going to have to go in here and we're going to have to fight Herc. And we're only going to be able to use Berserkers. This is the thing that I warned people about with this one. It's just going to be a little spicy. There's not going to be a whole lot you can do in that regard. And hopefully this one's rather easy, but I'm not sure what the heck they're gonna do here. Yeah, let's turn it off with 1 stars. But I already have a comp in mind that I think should be okay here. There's definitely some other stuff, but we'll get into that here in a bit. You guys can guess who my grand is. Don't at me. Also, actually, and you know, Bob brought this one up, and I don't think it's like a terrible idea. Where is he? There he is. There's the boy. I'll put her on the back line just in case. Maybe with cranking. I don't have another MLB K-Scope. Do I have a Wizard Marshal MLB? I do. Not ideal, so let's do that. Yeah, Pinth is really good. The issue that you have, like Pinth is made to like counter him. The problem that you're gonna have though is that like Pinth has that wind up, so that's definitely an issue. I'm trying to think though, do I have somebody that has a little bit more hard survival? Maybe Vlad? Do I have Vlad's append done? No, I don't. But it's not gonna matter because I don't have any party space left. That has the charge on it, right? Yeah. In fact, this is 20% charge, I think. I'm gonna go with this just to be a little bit safer. And let's see what we can do. Now, MHXA, this is surprising? No, it's not. So y'all keep trying to make that a thing. I've explained it before. Cad, did you see that that Lilith fans are crying? Yes. Yes, I did, Field. Look, I'm gonna say this just like I told it to Bob earlier. Units that deal specifically with super effectiveness or power modification for their damage that is conditional on a debuff will live and die on that debuff, right? Like, if it lands, you're good. If it doesn't, you're fucked. And there's not much you can do about that. That's just going to be how that's going to be. Okay, so what are we dealing with here? So he's got his NP, he's got 2 times guts. What is that? I don't think anything else here is of value to me. Buster up. I don't really care. Go with that for right now and just see what we can do. Is this the first time I'm using the Asterios NP on JP? Damn. Damn. To be fair, like, Asterios is a very rare and niche use case. This is one of those times. I have not really had to use them on JP. Yeetus Deletus. That's not too shabby for a non-grand. Let's see what he's gonna do here. Oh wait, he's got drain on attack, doesn't he? Oh, that could be bad. I didn't even think about that, but I probably should not have done stuff here. Oh, he's got invuln and pierce too. Ooh. Ooh, let's turn this on. Damn, bro going ape shit. The only thing I don't like about this is just that, like, this... It feels like they're almost, like, combining all of Herc's forms rather than, like, Berserker. Because to me, this doesn't feel like this actually fits Berserker well. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I get what they're going for here, but it feels like if he's, like, truly Berserk, that he shouldn't be, like, roving around with these weapons and able to, like kind of use all of this, because the ultimate seems to tell, or not the ultimate, the noble phantasm seems to tell a different story here, right? Maybe he just bonks with the bow. I mean, that would be cool, but I doubt that. Oh wow, so close, almost 2-turned. Should be fine here still though. Gonna stagger the cards and laugh. Lava Berserker. Yes. Herc's Lava Berserker. He's crazy as hell. Here you go. Not bad. This one, chat, I'm gonna make this one look easy, and I know it. Okay. To one degree, I lucked out. To another degree, I didn't. It is what it is. I do think that's going to be the unfortunate nature of some of these fights. Not every unit of each class is going to be a good solution to it. Like, again, for the Saber one, I made Artoria work. And I just carried myself with single targets. It was not that, like, Artoria was the best option there. And that's just going to be the same thing that a lot of people are probably going to have to do with Berserker and with every class as they go forward. Depending on who your pick is, you're just going to have somebody carry you. Yeah, don't let people sit here and bitch and moan and whine about like so-and-so's best. Castoria Berserker's really good here. But that's just, this unit is a unit that she can double up her niche against. It is what it is. She's not always going to be able to do that. Castoria Berserker's really solid regardless. And that's why it's like, if somehow like Herc had like Solemn Defense Pierce, or it was a different unit other than Herc and she didn't have her niches, I still wouldn't be complaining and I'd still be using her. Like I would just do it and I wouldn't care. So it is what it is. Okay. Who should I pick? Now I actually have 3 candidates here. I could choose Morgan, I could choose Musashi, and I could choose her. To me, it makes perfect sense. I'm going to go with Castoria Berserker, not only just because, like, strong unit, but also, like, this is actually probably the smartest move for the account. So we'll do it, and we will laugh the entire stretch of the way. Turn it on here for a bit. I like the, like, blue card art there. There we go. Now, Castoria Berserker is a little bit nutty. And I'm going to explain why to you guys here in a second. One of the reasons she's so effective here, 1, I can do this. 2, I can do this. Remember how you have to make a choice between the Bond CE or a 50% charge effect? Herc is Divine and Chaotic, which is both of her niches, and this is her Bond CE, and this is anti-Divine and anti-Chaotic for the entire party. And she has enough charge that she can get away with this. So, yep. That's exactly what we're doing. We are taking the actual Bond CE effect. We are not taking the 50% charge on this one because all she needs is an additional 10%, which I can get through a multitude of other sources. I can actually get away with Castoria Berserker's Bond CE. As far as this goes, man, do I want QP or do I want Bond? Because again, that's even more attack power. Look at that shit. Look at that fucking attack power. God damn. My decision to do Pent is working out. Yeah, you definitely can. You definitely can. Okay, so chat. Now, so the Berserker and Saber ones are different down here. The outer ring is slightly different, okay? So this is the Saber one. You can see like the card effects granted various like NP gain, critical stars, yada yada yada. For Berserkers, it is straight quick arts and buster attack up. However, what was wrong in the tweet image is we said that this scaled with remaining HP. Technically, that's correct. It's just not how that's implying it to go. We thought it was higher with lower HP, it's the inverse. It's actually the more HP you have, the more modifiers you have. So you're just pretty much guaranteed to have everything here. And you can see it scales with current HP. Basically, max HP is equal to 50% of the buff. So, which again, it is the maximum of the buff is 50%. So it's really, really nice. We do get a couple of other ones here, which is when Guts is triggered, you gain 90% special defense up against the enemy, which is really, really nice because that's just going to make your Berserker character really tanky. And then there's also one down here that says if you do a non-specific chain, it will grant a 50% HP Guts to the self that is stackable with other non-grand score Guts for 1 time 3 turns. It's unremovable and it has a 4-turn cooldown, which means you can just keep getting this. That is going to make units like Herc pretty much just unkillable. Like, they're just going to be able to sit there and keep cycling their effects and their stacks of things, and it's going to be kind of hilarious to watch something like that. But in that regard, yeah. So considering you have the, like, hey, when you do a non-specific chain, you get a 50% HP Guts for multiple turns. You also, if you trigger the Guts, get half that HP back, but then you're also going to get 90% special defense. So all of a sudden, the thing's only going to be doing 10% of its prior damage. If it was doing 100 damage to you, it's only going to be doing 10 damage now. So really, really nice in that regard. And again, I think the only one that actually remained the same was the Master Skill cooldown. That one just is what it is. There's also whenever you attack, you inflict target destruction. It's a 20% special defense down that isn't treated as a debuff, which means the enemy can't basically stop it on the enemy for 1 turn, and it can stack up to 5 times. Also, a successful Mighty Chain will grant an effect on attack buff that after attacking extends the duration of target destruction by 1 turn or 2 turns if you critically attack. So basically 1 time, 1 turn. Really, really interesting to see some of these. I think I've seen a lot of people kind of already be like, oh, you know, I don't like these. They're not like as good. I think they're fantastic. I think this is great. I think this is definitely going to be a powerful addition, and it's going to end up making your Grand Berserker not nearly as killable, which I think is really, really strong when you start considering the practical applications. Like, I'm not talking about just farming here. I'm talking about like taking them into a challenge environment. That 90% defense, that half HP Guts, that's going to be pretty nice for stuff. That's going to actually allow you to just kind of like take some hits and keep on punching and berserking. So yeah, this is really, really good in that regard. And I think it's a really, really solid one. So let's see here. So just taking a look, obviously the card type buffs are kind of good here. So there's the Quick, the Arts, there's Buster. This is the Mighty Chain one right here. You can see they've just split everything. The non-specific chain is right here. So this is what would grant you the Guts, which is paired up basically with the Quick card one. So not maybe the best pairing for me, but is what it is. The Master Skills cooldown is over here with the Arts, and the target destruction is over here with the Mighty Chain. So honestly, this one may be worth going in at first. That may be the best solution. Let me just real quick here. Oh, I'm gonna turn that off in the background so it's not playing. Let's see, and then the Guts is down here with the Buster Chain. So yeah, I think I'll probably head up this way first, just because Castoria Berserker is Arts, and then we'll probably kind of just go clockwise from there, and that'll probably be the better way to handle it. Now, I'm not going to have anything at first, so we're going to have to do some grinding here. But chat, oh crap, I haven't done too much on the Berserker one, have I? Well, wait, does this one scale? Yeah, it should. I think the prior rungs should still scale with class score. Yes, they do. Okay, so you've got the bond level cap. I don't know what mine is at. I don't know if mine's at the cap, but it should be close to it if not. And then this one is per class sign score, so it's just the generalistic card and extra attack effects for that. So mine will not be the strongest possible at the moment, but we can definitely do some work here and see what we can grab. In the grand scheme of things, I think I'm gonna leave it here for right now. This is me just barely. So I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I could do that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can do these. So I'm missing like 11 out of the total class score. That's really not that bad. That should be enough to get me a ton. Oh my god, game. You could use the class tickets to get you more statues. Yeah, and that's, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not worried about the statues, really. Okay, so it would be 12, I think, with that. So basically, I'm missing 12 of these. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So I'm missing 13 total out of all of this. And most of them are the command seal ones that I just don't want to touch. But anyways, that should get her leveled up quite a bit now. Which I'm not going to say she's going to be the strongest one you'll encounter them, but she's like, God, chat, her performance might be 1% less. So I'm not super worried about it. It begins and ends with Artoria. If you guys haven't already, check out our videos on YouTube. Join the Discord. We're always happy to have you as a member of the community. Come hang out. Come talk FGO. If you guys need help with the Berserker stuff, there's always people on that are happy to help. I will see you guys for the next one. Good luck with your JP farming and saving on an A as we head towards anniversary. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking vacation probably next week. Well, sorry, next week should be my last work week here, and then I should be taking vacation for a good chunk of time.